Rami Feinstein is with us, as well as
Good
Angie
morning.
Haze, kind enough to join us
Good
in
morning.
studio. Thanks for getting up with us this morning. I'm sure your schedule's a little bit different than
A
mine,
little bit.
being
Just a
artists, so I'm
tad.
sure it's a little bit late. Rami, let's start with you. Talk a little bit about the trip and why it was put together.
Well, 6 musicians from the Akron, Ohio area came together to fly to Israel
Mm-hmm.
and show support for the Israeli people that have been suffering a great deal since the October 7 attack. And the idea was to perform in front of people that were impacted by the war. So we performed in front of people that were displaced, evacuees from their homes because they can't be in their homes because of the rockets. We performed in Hostage Square, where the families of the hostages await their loved ones to come home from captivity in Gaza, and people go there to support them. We performed in a hospital where wounded soldiers that came back from battle were recovering. And we went all over Israel, and we mainly just hugged people. And it was 8 shows in 9 days. It was supported by Jewish Akron and with the generous donation of Tom and Lisa Mandel and other people. We were able to do this incredible, unprecedented thing that's never been done in the States.
Rami or Angie, whoever wants to take it here, I imagine this trip is really full, just from your description there, Rami, the emotions. I mean, there's so much going on of delivering the shows for the people, seeing what they've gone through, in their country. So there's a whole swing, I imagine, of the emotions with this trip.
Oh yeah, I cried the entire time. From the time we got there till the time we left. It was very emotional to hear everyone's stories and to really see the appreciation just by us being there, because they hadn't had that kind of support, and that really sat with me. And you know, these stories are something that I will take with me for the rest of my life. Just being able to hear people and how important it was for us to be there and to take that back with us.
I think you can also see how in Israel everybody was affected by this. It's not just a group of people that were attacked on October 7th and it's over. Either you lost someone, or someone from your family is fighting right now, or someone from your family is taken hostage, PTSD, everybody, or you're evacuated because more than 30,000 rockets have been shot from the north and the south all over Israel during this year, so you can't be at your home. More than 70,000 people in Israel are not able still after a year to come back to their homes. It started with 140,000. Now it's narrowed down to half. But so many people have traumas, and a lot of people feel very alone because they see some of those demonstrations that you see here in campuses, and people calling for the annihilation of the state of Israel, people supporting Hamas out loud, and they don't see the support. There's a lot of love for Israel. A lot of people feel that, and they want to express that, but Israelis, they watch the news, they see the terrible things. So I think my conclusion from this is that more people that have love and empathy towards the people of Israel, not in a political way, the people of Israel that are suffering, should show that.
Well, it's interesting you brought that up, because that was on my list of questions this morning. We've seen so much footage and video from the other perspective, right, from the Palestinians and suffering, and I get that 100%.
Sure.
But a lot hasn't been talked about. The picture that you're painting this morning is the suffering and everything of the residents of Israel, because that's where it all started.
Of course.
This conflict was
Yeah.
there, and that's interesting to get your perspective, because I think what we're seeing as Americans mostly is the displaced Palestinians and certainly the suffering and what's going on. It all started with the attack in Israel, what's going on, and the suffering that you guys had a chance to see last month.
Of course.
I-
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, you.
Okay.
No, so me.
I think
So me. No,
I
you.
think
Okay.
I think it's also important to remember how very small Israel is. Like anywhere you go is like an hour away. It's small. It's what size of New Jersey?
Yeah.
Okay, so first to understand that, and that to have so much hatred around a place that is so small and is the only Jewish state, really just come on, I understand, and again, like the whole political thing is not something that for me that this was even about. It's about the people, and you can criticize a government, absolutely, do that, but to condemn people, I just don't believe in that. All people who are suffering should be supported. That said, the other thing that I thought was really, really that hit me about Israel was the diversity. You have both. It's not just like it's not what people call an apartheid state. I think that's horrible that is being said. I think the thing that also really hit me was watching Muslims and Jews coming together, and other religions too. Just it's singing together. We went to a university where we watched this. We shared their stories. Everyone is suffering. This is not the I wish people could see this with their own eyes, like we got the chance to. But I think that's very important to highlight.
You two have obviously done this before. You're stealing my questions right
I'm
off my
sorry.
sheet.
We're passionate. We're just passionate.
Yeah. But it is
wanna-
a thing.
Rami, you take this one. I wanted to ask, and I'll follow up with Angie said there, is how were the performances greeted by the folks that you were performing for? I imagine, I don't want to use the word glee, but really satisfaction and emotional for them to talk about that perspective as you performed in these different locations.
Yeah, because like you said, the pain and suffering in Gaza is not, no one says, we all acknowledge that, of course, but the pain and suffering in Israel is not acknowledged, a lot of times gaslighted. So you can actually feel that when you perform to those people and you sing a song like I'll Stand By You, and you see their eyes, you see the tears, you see the looks, how it's like the hug that they didn't even know that they needed, because their pain was so gaslighted and denied, so for me to be on stage and see their looks, we were an ensemble, so I sang a song, then Angie sang a song, then India, by the way, we had India Rush, Nate DeVale, Sean Benjamin, and Benjamin Payne with us. We were 6, and so sometimes you look at this other person that's singing a song, and you see the reaction to the crowd. You have that opportunity, and that was so moving. We cried on stage a lot just because of the interaction with the audience, and we kept saying, Angie kept saying every show, she kept saying, you need to know that you are seen, you are not
loved.
alone, you are loved.
And you are not forgotten.
And it's so simple, so simple words. And the first time she said that, I was like, okay. But then I saw the people, I saw the reaction, those simple words. People needed to hear that. People in Israel need to see and hear the love and support.
Yeah, you mentioned the song I'll Stand By You. Let's play a little bit of it here.
Yeah.
It's real early, so we don't want you two to be singing bright and early.
Oh, no.
But we have a little bit of it here.
We appreciate that.
So let's play a little bit of the song. This is one of the songs they sang in Israel.
Oh, why you look so sad? Tears are in your eyes. Come on and come to me now. Don't be ashamed to cry. Let me see you through, 'cause I've seen a dark side too. When the night falls on you, you don't know what to do. Nothing you confess could make me love you less. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you.
So
inside. Come on and talk to me now. Hey, what you've got to hide, I get angry too. Well, I'm a lot like you. When you're standing at the crossroads, don't know which path to choose. Let me come along.
There you go. That's part. I will stand by you, Akron to Israel. Rami Feinstein and Angie Haze with us in studio. To wrap it up, my other question I had here is there future plans to make a return trip? Because you said it was so emotional. You found it very fortifying and really accepted by the folks there. Any plans maybe to go back?
Angie didn't want to leave.
I
right?
didn't want to leave. I really didn't. I felt like my heart still feels like it's there. I'm like crying as we're talking about this because I realized the significance in letting them know that they are not forgotten. And so, yeah, I would love to be able to go back. And I think we are just getting we have the momentum to keep telling these stories. That was something I asked the people. What do you want us to take back? And they said they please share our stories. Please tell people about Israel. Tell people the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Rami?
this kind of energy that has to roll on to other things, and we don't exactly know what is the specific plan. We're talking about it all the time, but the connection between us, the experience that we had together. What we did together is something that we need to move forward with, and we will definitely do that. We would love to come back. There's things that can be done here in the States, supporting Jews here in the States feel very attacked and very alone in many different places with the increase of anti-Semitism. There's a lot we can do as musicians with this energy to show people that they're seen and loved and supported.
Well, Rami and Angie, thanks for coming in this morning. Appreciate it. Getting up bright and early, sharing this story. Such an important story. Glad you were able to get up and tell the story with us this morning. Thanks for coming
Absolutely.
in.
Thank you for
so
having
much.
us.
There you go. Akron to Israel. Great story that was told this morning here on the show. 24 after 7 WAKR.